Hello, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Today I'm going to do a series that I intend to continue called The Eyes Have It. And in this video, all I'm going to be doing is the eyeshadow look, liner, mascara, to make them a little shorter. And if you're just looking for an eye look, you won't have to watch through an entire makeup video just to get to the eyes. So I intend to do more of these and have a playlist that you'll be able to go through and look for a specific look and then follow along to get that look. So I have the rest of my makeup already on, and today I use the e.l.f. Luminous Matte Primer on my face. And for foundation, I used the number 7 Lift and Luminate Triple Action Serum Foundation in Vanilla. I applied it with a sponge, just tapped it over my face and then tapped it out. I used the Colurpop Pretty Fresh Concealer in Fair 20N under my eyes. I did not actually color correct today, and I feel like maybe I'm still a little dark under there and could use a little color correcting, but I didn't do that today. I used the Believe Beauty Matte Blur Powder in Translucent, and I finished it. So that's exciting. That one will show up later in my empties. All over my face, including under my eyes, and I feel like it did a pretty good job. I don't think I look cakey or anything under there. On my cheeks, I used the e.l.f. Putty Blush in Tahiti and the Milani Silky Matte Bronzer in 01 Sunlight, and the Becca Mini Highlight in Rose Quartz that I got in a trio at TJ Maxx over Memorial Day weekend. I'm working on a haul video for that, so if it's not up yet, it will be soon. And when it's up, I'll put a link down below and up above. Oh, and my nails are crazy today and do not match my look at all, because these are my daughter's dance team colors, and we're getting ready to go to nationals here pretty soon. So that's why they look that's why they look like that. For brows, I used the Maybelline Brow Ultra Slim in Soft Brown and the Benefit Gimme Brow in 4. And then I used this Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer that I received as a gift on my eyes to prime. So everything's ready to go. And today I'm going to do a look using the Wet n Wild Color Icon, their new 5-pan shadows in Walking on Eggshells. And I'm going to do a little comparison quickly too with the original Walking on Eggshells that I still have and love. So I'll do a couple of swatches of those. Here I thought I was all prepared and had it open already. So if we look at these inside, you can see both have an ivory shimmer. Both have this kind of pinkish rose gold shimmer. Both have a brown shimmer. This one looks maybe like it's a little more coppery. And then this one has added the transition and the outer corner. So let's look and see how the old color compares to the new color. And first I'll do the 2 ivory shimmers. And they look pretty similar. This is the old one and this is the new one. And then let's do the pink shimmers next. The old one is on the middle finger and the new one is on the pointer finger. And those are pretty similar. I think the new one has a little bit more of a rose gold shift to it. And now the medium browns. Old is on, new is on this finger, old is on the middle finger. And I think the new might be just a little bit deeper and maybe a little more coppery. But those are pretty similar. So if you loved that original Walking on Eggshells and you can't find it anymore, this palette will get you what you had, pretty much. Plus, it will give you a transition color and an outer corner color. So there's your swatches, and now let's get it on the eyes. My brushes need to be clean, but I am going to use my color switch to make sure that I'm only picking up and laying down the Wet n Wild shadows. Okay, so first I'm going to go into the transition shade. And they are kind of powdery, so I do suggest you tap off your brush. And we'll lay that down right in the crease with a fluffy brush and slightly above, not all the way to the brow bone, but up to right underneath the brow bone. And you could probably see the powder fly out right there, so it is a little powdery, but it has a nice color. And now I'm going to just put my finger into the pink color and pick some up there and just dab that right over the mobile lid, both sides. Let's see. I'm going to use my ring finger to pick up a little of that deeper brown and just dab that to the outer third to deepen that part up a little bit. I have this Eco Tools brush that has a firmer, stiffer end on one side and a fluffier end on the other, and I'm going to dab that, just the tip of it, into this darker brown, tap it off, and I'm going to lay down a little of that color in the outer V area to create that shape and to uplift the outer corner of my eye. And I'm not going to worry about blending just yet because I'm going to use the other end of the brush to do that. And then I'm also going to drag that just a little bit underneath on the outer portion of the eye. And I do kind of draw that in a V. I drag it towards this way and then drag it up deep into the crease. This one I don't want to go above the brow bone. So, and then drag that, continue that line underneath the eye. Then I will take the fluffy side and blend by pulling it in and towards the lashes. In this way you can maintain that uplifted line if you don't blend down. Blend towards the center of the eye and don't be afraid to stop and rub off your brush if you feel like you have too much color. And then once you've got it where you want it, kind of pull just a little bit in, right in that crease. If you have hooded eyes like I do, you want to bring it up just a tiny little bit, but not as far as we took that first color. And on the other side, always pulling towards the center, not brushing out. And I use really short strokes so that my crepey eyelids don't move around too much. Okay, so that's what I've got there. And I'm going to take a small pencil brush and dip into that ivory shimmer and put that right in the inner corner and just a little bit around the corner. If you want that shimmer to be more pronounced, take a shader brush and load it up with the powder. Take a misting spray. This is the Catrice Prime and Fine Multi-Talent Fixing Spray, and it's almost gone, so I don't like spraying it on my face since it spits with it being just such a little amount left. But it's great for this. Just spray your brush and then press that right where you want it. And there's enough on my brush right now for both sides, but you can see that that amped up the shine a little bit. If you look closely, I do have some fallout under here, but since I've already powdered, I'll just take my fluffy brush and brush that away, and it's no big deal. All right. For my waterline, I have this e.l.f. No Budge Shadow Stick, and I've not used it this way before, but I'm going to see how it works. I'm going to put this into my waterline. This color is Perfect Pearl. I'm just going to use a tiny little sponge. It's dry. I just want to use it to pull down a little bit gently on my eyelid here. And I'll just rub that right along the waterline. It is going on pretty well. I'll let you know how it stays. And it gives just a nice little shimmer in there, so. Okay, I like that. I'm going to tightline with a brown. This is a Wet n Wild 99 cents, I think, brown pencil. And I will press that up into the waterline. And then for my lash line, I'm going to use the Physicians Formula 2-in-1 Eye Booster pen in brown. And I will make a thin line right along the lash line. Sorry, can't see if I do it that way. And I really like using my 10x mirror to do this because objects in the mirror are much larger than they appear in real life. And so I'm less likely to get a really thick line. And I don't want to take up too much lid space with my line because of my hooded eyes. I want to be able to see those pretty colors. And now I'm going to curl my eyelashes, so I'll take care of this and I'll be right back. For this, I use my e.l.f. eyelash curler. It's very affordable, and I hold each eyelash about 20 seconds. For mascara, I'm going to use the Maybelline Sky High first, and then the e.l.f. Lash Princess False Lash Effect. That was hard to say. For the second coat. Be right back. Okay, I'm back, and there's the eye look. I'll come in a little closer and close my eyes so you can see. I forgot to tell you what I was wearing on my lips. That's the Wet n Wild Gel Lip Liner in Bear to Comment. The e.l.f. Lip Crayon in Natural. It's just this really pretty pale pink. Sorry, it's kind of messy. And the Hard Candy Lip Volumizing Plumping Lip Gloss in First Kiss. This is such a pretty gloss. It doesn't really feel tingly. I'm going to put a little more on. But it does have a little pigment to it all on its own. Just really pretty. So here's a nice soft pink look for summer. So I hope you enjoyed this first video in my new The Eyes Have It series, and we'll come back and see more. If you liked what you saw, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to click the notification bell. See you next time. Bye. I used the Believe Beauty Matte Blur Powder. I used the Believe Beauty Matte Blur. Why can't I say that? I used the Believe Beauty Matte Blur Matte Blur Powder. There we go.